Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank Be Chopping, and I'm back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, so jumping straight into this haircut, what we gonna be doing is a number 2. However, we are using the detachable blades on the side, so we're doing a number 2 with the detachables, and then we will be doing a trim on top, add some texture, you know what I'm saying? He likes to go for a little messy look on top, so that's what we're gonna be doing. Alright, so as you saw me just do right there, guys, I just took some water, you know what I'm saying, saturated my client's hair, you know, got it all nice and wet, and now I'm gonna go ahead and start my initial guideline coming forward. As you can see, I combed up a section, and I'm just following that guideline all the way forward. And like I said, guys, we're only taking off a little bit of hair, not too much, just a slight little trim. And now we're coming back, but we're creating our sections the opposite way, making sure that we bring up that first guideline every time that we create a section. And as you can see, anything longer than that first guideline, I'm making sure to cut down. And now we're gonna be going over a little more and doing the same exact thing. Alright, so now that we got the right side of the top of the head done, we're moving on to the left side, and we're gonna be doing the exact same steps here, guys. We're using the first initial guideline as a guideline all the way back, and we're just making sure everything longer than that guideline we're cutting off. And here are my texturizing shears, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna add some texture. So I'm just combing up a section, and I'm just, you know, just snipping away at that hair. I don't really have any type of plan with how I'm texturing it or any strategy. I'm just, you know, pulling up some hair and hitting it with them texturizing shears. That way it gives it a little bit of texture. Now that that is done, I'm taking my Stylecraft Rebel. This is my number 4 guard, and what I'm doing here is, guys, I'm just debulking the sides, you know what I'm saying, giving myself an even playing field before I actually start, you know, going into the fade work or the taper work or whatever. So I'm not sure if I said this at the beginning of the video, but we are going to be doing a 2 on the side with the metal detachables, and we are going to be doing a high taper. I don't know if I said the high taper part, but we're going to be doing a high taper. So nonetheless, here is my number 2 of my detachables. These are my Andis Supras. And I'm just coming, you know, right below that parietal ridge with that number 2 blade, and I'm coming up using a slight flick out motion, and I'm setting in my first initial guideline for the number 2 on the sides to be faded into the top. And the reason why I'm using my detachable blades, guys, is I feel these blades give a slightly more precise cut, and I feel that this 2 is a little shorter than any 2 guard. You know what I'm saying? So if I put this 2 on my clients, I feel that it gets like a hair shorter than the 2 guards, and I just like the way it looks. It's not quite a 1.5. It's actually longer, and it's not yet a 2. So it's like literally like right below that. You know what I'm saying? And I just like the way it looks, so that's why I like to do that number 2 blade on my clients. And now what I'm doing here is I got my number 3 guard on my Stylecraft Rebels. Lever is open. As you can see, I'm doing some more down fading, debulking, whatever you want to call it. I'm fading that area into the top, or I'm fading the top into the sides a little better. Going in with my 3 open and then adjusting my lever closed as needed. Doing this all around the head. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm going in with my number 2 guard lever all the way open, and I'm coming right below that. So basically, guys, what I did was some down fading technique. Y'all saw me start with my 4, then my 3 open and close, and now here is my 2 guard open and close. You know, just adjusting that lever as needed to get that line out. Now, mind you, this may or may not get that line completely out, and the reason for that is because, like I said earlier, guys, that number 2 blade is like a hair shorter, but for the most part, once you close that 2 all the way, it's going to get that line completely out without taking off any more length from that number 2 that we did earlier. So now that that is done, I'm going in with my Babyliss FX3 trimmers, setting in my first initial guideline for the taper. And once again, guys, I said we are doing a high taper, so I'm cutting off all of that C-cup area. You know, we're not going to add any C-cup. And since I have the trimmers in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and line him up over the ear and behind the ear, just because I have the trimmers in my hand, and I feel that this helps me speed up my haircuts. Now we're gonna add that razor to the side, you know, just to make it a little shorter, make this haircut last a little longer for my client. So now I'm going in with my Stylecraft Rebel. Once again, my lever is all the way open, and I'm coming up a section using a slight flick out motion. And as you saw me do just right there, guys, I closed my lever halfway, came up right below that, and then I closed my lever all the way and started attacking that bottom line. And for the most part, it got rid of that section or that line in that section. So now I'm moving on with my number 1 all the way open, setting in another section. And as you can see, guys, I am using a slight flick on motion, and the reason for that is I don't want to leave any harsh lines in there. So I'm just cleaning all this area up with that 1 open, and now my lever is all the way closed, and I'm coming right below that, trying to get that bottom line out. And since it didn't get that line out completely, what I'm doing here, guys, I'm going in with my 1/16 guard or my 0 guard. Started off with my lever halfway open, started attacking them dark spots and them discrepancies, and then closed it all the way. And now I have my 1.5 guard on my clipper. Lever open, I'm coming behind the ear, you know what I'm saying, trying to fade this into the top of the hair without leaving any without creating any more guidelines. So as you can see, I am floating my clipper a little more, you know, flicking out a little more, just because I don't want to leave any more dark areas or leave any lines that I got to take out. And here is my number 2 guard. And basically what I'm doing with that number 2 guard, guys, is I'm just cleaning up everything I did, you know what I'm saying. Since I did do a number 2 on the sides, I decided to use that number 2 to fade everything all together and make it look all nice and completed. So now I'm going in with my trimmers. Decided to start off my lineup, you know, the middle of my client's forehead like I always do, setting my first initial guideline, and then I'm working my way over. Now he does have a tricky lineup on top, so you have to be careful, especially, you know, well, I have to be careful doing his hair. His hairline is a little tricky, so I'm just, you know, just barely tapping at what's there, trying to make it as straight as possible. And you're gonna see me later on in this video come back and hit it up some more, because the opposite side, the right side of his head, is his lineup is a little higher, so I had to come back and raise this side up. Nonetheless, guys, what I'm doing here now is I'm lining up my client's beard, just because I'm on this side of the haircut, so I might as well line in this beard and fade it in just to give this side of the haircut a semi-finished look. And you don't have to do this, guys. You can wait to the very end to line up your client's beard. But I like to do this because I like to give, like I said, you know, an almost finished look on this client's, you know, on the side of my client's head. That way I can actually see how it's going to look for that reason. And also I feel that it gives like clients who are waiting, you know what I'm saying, any walk-in clients, even though I am going to be booked 9 times out of 10, but it gives anybody, anyone who's walking in, it lets them see, you know, my product and what I do when they sit in my chair. Alright, so now that that side of the haircut is done, we're moving on to the opposite side. We're going to be doing the same exact steps. I'm starting off by lining my client up, you know, on the back of the neck area, over the ear. Did that first, and now what I'm doing here is I'm setting in my initial bald guideline for my taper. And remember, guys, we're cutting off that whole C-cup because we're doing a high taper. You know, he don't want no curves, so we're cutting all that off. Went in with the razor right below that, and now we're going to be doing the same exact steps to fade this into the opposite side. Remember, guys, if you aren't already following me on Instagram, please make sure to go over to my Instagram and hit that follow button. My Instagram handle is in the top left corner, or you can just go to Instagram and follow me, tank_b_chopping. And if you like this tool right here, this is the Stylecraft Rebel. I did name this clipper one of the top clippers for 2021 going into 2022. So if you think you like it, it is a real good clipper. It's kind of like the Alpha, but just like the Alpha on steroids, you know what I'm saying? So you can go to the Stylecraft website and you can use my code TANK10, save yourself a little bit of money. Also, that brush that I use in like most of my videos now, I like that brush a lot. It's a Stylecraft brush. You can grab that brush from their website also. Now, I don't have a discount code for these trimmers right here or anything Babyless, but these trimmers are one of my top trimmers for 2021. You know, going into 2022, I named this one of the top trimmers. I really like it a lot, guys. If you like the Babyless tools, I think you'll like that trimmer a lot. But like I said, don't got a discount code, but you can head over to their website and cop that. And nonetheless, guys, as y'all see, this haircut is coming together. I'm going back in detailing. You know, I had to line up the opposite side, and then I had to raise up the initial side that I set in. Like I said earlier in this video, I had to raise that side up, and now what I'm doing here is I'm just lining him up under the neck area, you know, well, not under the neck, but under the chin area. And then we're just lining up this beard, trying to make it look as nice as we can. And as y'all can see, this haircut is coming together. I think it's coming together well. Y'all let me know what y'all think so far in the comments, guys. Now I'm moving on to the back side of this taper. And as you can see, I'm setting in my guideline pretty high. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't set in their guidelines that high. But we are doing a hot taper. So if you're gonna do a hot taper, do a hot taper. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing no fake little hot tapers. Like, do that taper high, bring that thing up, fade that thing all the way in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing the same exact steps. I'm not changing anything up. Went in with my trimmers, then followed it with my razor. Now I'm going in with my clipper all the way open. Gonna fade that line out, and then I'm gonna move on to my number 1 guard, and so forth and so forth. Remember, guys, if y'all are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I am doing a big giveaway once I reach 5K. I'm like 200 subscribers away from reaching 5K. So if you aren't subscribed to my channel, subscribe one time for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a big giveaway coming. I got the Stylecraft Sabers in the giveaway. I'm giving away a Vibe FX. I'm giving away a Babyless backpack. And that's all going to be for the 5K giveaway. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and throw a shaver and a trimmer in there. Not 100% sure yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to do that. So if y'all think I should do that, y'all let me know down in the comment section. And if you have a preference for what shaver or trimmer, let me know in the comment section, guys. And if I can get a hold of one for a decent price, then I got y'all. And if I can't, then y'all just gonna have to, you know, get what I can give y'all. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, guys, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, you know what I'm saying, it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also, guys, I was looking at my analytics, you know, on my data and everything, and I noticed I have a lot of people who are watching my videos that aren't subscribed. So please subscribe. It's gonna help me out a lot, and I greatly appreciate it, guys. So what I'm doing now, guys, I'm just going over all these lines with the razor, you know, making these lineups, making this lineup super, super sharp. And when I go over my client's face, when they have a beard and whatnot, I like to use a hot towel. Makes it easier to shave. It gives your clients less irritation. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really refreshing for the client when you give them a nice hot towel. I know they appreciate it. So that's what I do when I'm, you know, doing any type of beard trim work or anything on my client. Remember, guys, when you're using a blade on your client, you want to make sure to stretch that skin, and the reason for that is it lessens the chance of you nicking your client. That's obviously something you don't want to do, so make sure you stretch that skin tight just so you don't nick your client. After this, what we're going to be doing, guys, I'm going to actually add some enhancements in my client's hair. We're going to do the no drip, and we're also going to put some hair topic on there, some hair fibers, just to make it look a little more nice and a little more full. Alright, guys, so now that that is done, what you see me doing here is I'm actually just adding some texture powder to my client's hair, just to give it a little bit of texture so we can get an actual finished look, you know what I'm saying? And I like to put in product in my client's hair before I hit them with them enhancements. So that's what I'm doing here, guys. By the way, people have been asking me about this gun, guys. This is probably one of the best airbrush guns that I've ever used. I do have the link in my description. So if you're looking for a new airbrush gun, or if you just want a better airbrush gun, go check this one out. It's super, super strong, super powerful, stays charged up for a long time, guys. I have the link in my description, so go check that out. But nonetheless, guys, remember, guys, when I do these enhancements, I don't try to make it look fake. I want it still to look natural. So I'm spraying just a little bit and I'm moving on. You know, I'm not trying to overdo it. Now that that is done, you're gonna see me put some hairspray in my client's hair, and that's gonna help lock in these hair fibers. So now I'm going in and adding these hair fibers, and then I'm gonna spray him one more time with some hairspray, and then I'm gonna reline him up just to make sure I knock off all the excess hairs and make the line look super, super sharp. So as y'all can see, that lineup's looking nice and crispy. But that's how we get down, man. We try to give these clients the best look that they can possibly get, especially once they leave in my chair, man. I want them to feel like $1,000,000. I want them to feel that they got a great service. So that's why I go the extra mile most of my clients, guys. But anyways, check it out, guys. This is the way my client walked into the shop looking. I want to say it'd been about 2 or 3 months. He was out of town working, and this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy. Remember, guys, if you're in the Houston, Texas area and you want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, tankbechopping.com. You can schedule an appointment, and if you want me to record it for YouTube, make sure to put that in the little comment section once you book your appointment. But basically, guys, that's basically it for this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Remember, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We're trying to hit 5K ASAP. But that's basically it, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go.